The phone rang, his phone. I picked it up, thinking it was work. A woman whispered, low and teasing, "You left your underwear here again." I froze. She giggled. "I can't stop thinking about you." Her voice dripped with desire. Then, softer, "Last night was unforgettable." I ended the call, quickly. The silence in the room pressed against my chest. Because the voice wasn't a stranger. It was my sister. We were never just sisters. We were inseparable. She held my secrets, I held hers. Blood, laughter, childhood memories, we shared it all. She stood by me at my wedding, tears in her eyes, whispering, "You're so lucky. He adores you." I believed her. I believed them both. And now, in a single phone call, everything collapsed. The signs had been there. The late nights explained as urgent meetings. The shower taken the moment he came home, as if to wash away something more than sweat. The 7 bursts of defensiveness when I asked harmless questions. But the cruelest sign? Her, my sister. Suddenly distant, eyes darting when I spoke about him. Laughter too forced when we all sat at the table. I had doubted myself, convinced myself I was paranoid. But that call? It gave me clarity, sharper than glass. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. Instead, I began to plan. Rage is useless when it's loud, but silent rage? It cuts deeper. I studied them, the way a surgeon studies anatomy before the incision. I learned his patterns, where he went, who he texted. I learned hers, the excuses she fed her husband, the lies she rehearsed. And while they thought they were playing me, I was laying the trap. First, I secured myself, quietly. The joint accounts? Emptied half into one under my name alone. He never noticed. He trusted me too much. The house? I visited a lawyer, learned every clause, every right I had. The evidence? Every message, every call, every hotel bill. They were mine now, saved, copied, dated. Piece by piece, I built a fortress. And then I sharpened the knife. The night of her birthday, I invited them both for dinner. She wore red, the shade she always claimed was her power color. He couldn't keep his eyes off her. I watched him, watched her, and swallowed my disgust like poison I planned to spit back later. We ate, we laughed, I poured wine, and then I handed her the gift, a small velvet box. Her smile widened, expecting jewelry. She opened it. Inside, her underwear, the pair she thought she left at his apartment. The room went silent. Her face drained. His fork froze mid-air. I leaned back, calm, my voice steady. "You left these at the wrong house." I let them stammer, choke on their denials, their excuses. I didn't need to raise my voice. The silence between my words did the cutting. Then I pulled out the folder. Printed messages, hotel receipts, photos of their cars parked together. I slid them across the table like cards in a game I'd already won. His face broke first, fear, then shame. Hers followed, panic, then guilt. But I didn't shout. I smiled, cold, because tonight wasn't the end. It was only the unveiling. The next morning, their lives began to unravel. Her husband, my brother-in-law, received a package. Everything. The calls, the texts, the photos. His rage did what mine didn't need to. It tore her life apart from the inside. Her marriage, gone. Our family, gone. And the whispers spread. She became the sister who betrayed blood. As for him, the divorce papers were waiting on the table when he returned home. He lost the house, half the money, and every ounce of control he thought he had over me. The confrontation came weeks later. He begged, not for love, but for survival. "We can fix this. Please, don't do this to me." I looked him in the eye. You already did it to yourself. My sister tried too, sobbing, clawing at memories of childhood. But blood isn't thicker when it's poisoned. The final act wasn't anger, it was silence. I walked away. From both of them. From the ruins they created. I walked into freedom, into peace, carrying not heartbreak, but victory. Because betrayal isn't the end. Not if you refuse to be the victim. It's the beginning of justice, of clarity, of strength. And in the end, the sweetest revenge wasn't destroying them. It was watching them destroy each other, while I stood untouched. I don't regret it, not a second. I only regret answering that phone call a little too quickly, because part of me wishes I had listened longer. Just long enough to hear how deep their lies went, so that my revenge could have cut even deeper.